Dear Lord, I'm just now realizing how loud that processing is down there. I came up here to start the video, and all I can hear is the ore processing. It's crazy. Let's come over here. Wait a minute. Did I put? I didn't even put glass in here. I didn't finish this one. All the things that we still need to do. Go figure. All right, here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back into another episode on the modded series. How you guys doing today? You know, I'm doing really good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really great day. It's a new year. Yes, this is the first Minecraft video we're doing in the 2018 year. At least for me. Technically, I'm pretty sure the vanilla episode was probably the first one you guys watched. But this is the first actual Minecraft video that I'm recording. Oh goodness, I'm destroying all of the behind the scenes things. I'm breaking fourth walls. Anyhoozle, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really great day. We are back, and today I am ready to jump back in to playing some Minecraft because it has been like 3 weeks. 3 weeks since I have played any Minecraft because I have been sick. So if you guys have not if you guys didn't watch my little mini update video for the new year, I'll leave it in the description so that you guys can go watch that one if you guys want to. But what we did in there was basically we set a schedule for 2018 while also kind of revisiting what we did during 2017. Now, of course, the schedule does say that Wednesdays are dedicated towards the modded series, which is what we're doing now, as long as I don't know. It should be on Wednesday when you guys are watching this. But anyhoozle, I'm excited to be back. I am excited to have my voice back. Oh my god, being sick sucks. It really does. And plus having to work while you're sick really is terrible as well. But today, I am ready to jump back into something new because over the past couple episodes, at least for this series, we were doing Twilight Adventures. We were in the Twilight, we did all the fun stuff, we died 17,000 times against the Twilight Lich. Not really excited to jump back into that. I am still getting that really fun frame rate. Of course, is something we gotta have to deal with. I gotta get back and used to doing that again. So if you guys see any like frame skips and stuff like that, nothing I can do about it. So anyhoozle, today I want to jump into something new. We're not gonna be jumping into the Twilight today. I want to go and jump into something we haven't done yet that involves magic-y magic. So one of the magic mods that we have actually looked into during the series was which one was it? I don't remember. It was the altar that was over here. You guys remember what it was. It was Astro Sorcery. That's what it was. Astro Sorcery is the one that we jumped into at the beginning of the series, and I'd like to jump back into that pretty soon, but there's another magic mod that I want to get into that involves lots and lots of flowers. Yes, I want to get into Botania. So if you guys have never actually heard of Botania, it is a magic mod based around flowers. So the reason why it's based around flowers is I don't know. It's just some cool concept that they use. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be turning flower petals into magical flowers that are going to be able to create magical energy that we're going to use to create magical items. That is what my end goal for this is going to be. I want to make certain magical items, and also I want to fight certain bosses that are going to come about through Botania. But of course, that's going to be later on down the line. Today, I want to jump into the very beginner bits of it. So the first thing I need to do I have my Lexica Botania? I do have my Lexica Botania. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up real quick. I love the book, by the way. They did a really great job with the different animations and stuff for it. I really love it. But for Botania, for the beginner bits, you're gonna need quite a few different things. Actually, let's go ahead and set this right here for right now and take a look inside of our ME system and see what we have. We're gonna need a lot of different flowers. So at the beginner bits, the flowers that we're gonna need the most of are yellow, white, and I do believe probably some orange and blues and stuff like that. These are all the flowers that I have now. Let's take a look at it. We've got the brown, the blue, and of course this is a Pam Harmishcraft. This is not involved in the Botania mod. All the flowers that are involved in the Botania mod will have the Botania mod underneath the name. So no to the cauliflower. Mystical pink flower. We've got the green, the white, the lime. That's a lime? Interesting. I thought it was light green. I guess they changed it to lime. Black, yellow, magenta, light blue, orange, cyan, and that's it. I don't believe there's any, actually, is there a light gray? I don't remember if there is or not. But these are all the flowers that I have now. And what's really cool about these flowers is these guys can be turned into magical petals by putting them inside of your crafting grid. And these guys are going to be used during all the crafting recipes that we're going to be getting into. So if you guys are going to be doing this at home, what you're going to want to do with a Botania is first and foremost, you're going to want to bring up the mod that's going to make things a lot easier to find stuff. So the things that we're going to be jumping into today is I want to go ahead and make myself a petal apothecary, which is this bad boy, which is basically just a little crafting station for Botania. This guy is going to be used to make all of our amazing flowers. So the petal apothecary is just some cobblestone slabs, and a petal. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one, see if I can go ahead and do that. Probably can't. Let's use cyan petals because I don't believe I'm going to use a lot of cyan. So let's grab our petal apothecary. Boom. I don't have anything close to that. Do I not have any cobblestone in here at all? I think I destroyed it all. Oh yeah, I turned all of it into glass. Or wait, I turned all of it into sand, which then got turned into glass. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look. Let's go down. Hey, come back. Why in the world did you squirt out? A little buggy. Okay, so let's go ahead and head down. I need to grab some cobblestone. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a petal apothecary. I never thought I would ever have to go strip mine for cobblestone. So bam, make me some stone walls, and we've got the cobblestone. Boom. There we go. I guess we can use the old mushroom. I don't even know what this is for, so I don't want to waste that. So let's go ahead and just do that. Bam. Petal apothecary. I'm going to leave you in there because I don't have any idea what that's for. Okay, so we got the petal apothecary. Good. First thing done. So now we're going to take this petal apothecary. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves some seeds. I do have seeds. I was afraid I didn't, but luckily for me, I have those on hand for some strange reason. And also, I'm going to go ahead and grab a bucket of water. Do I have a bucket of water? I have 2 buckets of non-watered, just empty. There's no water in them, but there will be water in them after I sleep. I want to sleep real quick because I don't want to go down there. Hey buddy, you doing all right? You gonna do all right? You gonna watch me sleep for a little bit? Great. Yeah. Thank you for your service. Okay, so we're gonna go down here and activate this awesome petal apothecary. So the way that this guy works is it's used in junction with different petals and seeds to make magical items. So the magical items that I want to go ahead and look into making are, where are they at? There we go, basic mechanics. We're gonna need to make ourselves something called a pure daisy. So what this guy is gonna do is it's basically going to transform blocks into what we want. More specifically, it's gonna transfer stone into living stone, I think. Is that what it's called? I don't know. It's going to turn stone into living stone, and then it's going to turn wood into living wood. Now, what those things are going to be useful for are different things. We're going to be able to make twigs. I know, that's a big thing. We're going to be able to make twigs, and we're going to be able to make something called a mana pool. So we'll be getting into that whenever we do end up oh, that's what it's for. You can use the white shimmering mushroom to substitute for white petals. Okay, so that's useful, I think. Okay, so the way that we're gonna end up making this work out is I'm gonna take this petal apothecary, squirt it down, right, cheer, perfect. I feel like they changed the model for that. I feel like it was more rigid before. I don't know. Okay, so what we're gonna do, take a bucket of water, squirt it on in there. Perfect. Now we got ourselves a petal apothecary full of water. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking these white flowers. I'm going to be turning them all into petals. Generally speaking, you're not ever going to just use the flowers. So if you want to at the beginning, you can just turn them all into petals and you're pretty much going to be fine. I don't know if there's any kind of recipe that actually takes the flowers and not the petals. So that's basically what I'm saying here. So I'm going to take these petals and I'm going to drop them in here using Q, and they're going to swirl down into the petal apothecary, and they're going to start getting these really cool particle effects. This is what I like about Botania, because they have really cool particle effects. Particle effects. I'm going to squirt 4 of these in there because that is going to be the recipe. Also, it's going to give me a little bit of a tooltip saying, yes, that is what you're going to need to do. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to take myself a seed, drop it in there, boom, and magical stuff is going to happen. We're going to get ourselves a pure daisy. This thing is really cool. I'm going to go ahead and grab my petal apothecary real quick, along with grabbing another bucket of water, because I would like to go over here where I can plant these bad boys. So let's go over here and let's make ourselves a little infinite water source. Boom and boom. Perfect. Grab ourselves some buckets of water. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put my petal apothecary here, And I'm going to take my pure daisy that I just made and I'm going to stick it right here. So what I need to do now is I'm going to go grab some wood. I don't know if this wood is going to work, but I hope it does. Where is my axe? Do I have it on me? I know I do. Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and just grab some wood. I don't know if this cherry wood is going to work just because it is, it's a biomes of plenty wood. I'm hoping that it does. That'll make it a little bit easier for me. Let's grab me 8 of them. 9 is fine. We'll go ahead and grab 8 of them. And so how this pure daisy works, if I set these blocks beside it, oh, it does work. Okay, cool. So I can use cherry wood. It's going to indicate that it is working by doing these really cool particle effects. Now, what these particle effects are doing is it's transferring the magical energy. It's sucking up. This pure daisy is sucking up magical energy from the air around it. And it's infusing these cherry wood planks with that magical energy. And what is going to happen after 30 seconds or so, because I actually don't know how long it's taking. I'm stalling to see just how long this actually takes. It doesn't take too long. Generally speaking, it's a fast process. And once you have a large amount of them, generally you can make tons and tons of living wood and living rock pretty quickly. You don't generally use it very much, but I like to have a lot on hand just to have it, to say that I have it. This is taking longer than I thought it was. Transform into living wood, please. I want to use you to make cool magical stuff. There we go. Bam, bam, and boom. So now that all this stuff has been transformed into living wood, I can take this stuff and then use it to craft one other item that I'm going to be needing. Let's go ahead and put our pure daisy back down. Boom. And I'm going to go ahead and make myself a crafting table. Boom. And then a crafting station because these are better. And I'm going to set this guy right there. So what I can use these living wood things for is I can make myself twigs. Now these living twigs, or these living wood twigs? Yeah, these living wood twigs can be used to make another item that I'm going to be using throughout this mod called I know it's a wand. There it is. It's the Wand of the Forest. So what this Wand of the Forest does, it acts as like a kind of like a wrench, basically. You can use it to direct things. You can use it to link stuff together. It's a really versatile weapon. Well, it's not a weapon. It's a very versatile tool that you're going to be needing throughout this mod. And I'm going to be using white and orange because those two are my favorite colors. I am from Tennessee. The UT Vols are white and orange. Love them to death. So we're going to be using white and orange for the Wand of the Forest. So boom. And this guy is, it doesn't really do anything. It basically has 2 different functions. It has a bind mode. It has a function mode. Each one of these does different things. And we'll kind of show you guys what this does in just a little bit. So the next thing that I'm going to need to start doing is I need to start making more of these pure daisies. So that way I can mass produce living wood and living rock. So living rock is made the same way as living wood. I just place stone around it and it turns into living rock. So give me a minute. I'm going to make some more pure daisies and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, I have been a busy person. I have made myself more pure daisies. These guys, I don't feel like taking up that living wood. I don't really need it right now, but I've got a bunch of living wood and I've got some living rock as well. So this is what it looks like, by the way, if you're wondering. It looks kind of cool. It's a nice little building block if you guys want to build out of it. Personally, it's okay. I don't know if it's the best block ever. Also, I put Silk Touch on my pickaxe on Wesley Gucci, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, you don't have to use Silk Touch to pick up living rock, but I did do it so I can get stone a little bit easier. Okay, so now what I need to start doing is after we've got all of this stuff, now that comes the fun part. We have to start gathering mana. Mana is the life essence throughout Botania, and you're going to be using mana to do a bunch of different stuff. So to make mana, you're going to have to start making flowers that generate mana for you. Now, there used to be an old flower called, I think it was called a sun daisy or something like that. It was basically like a solar panel version of mana. Like a solar panel version of Botania that made mana by soaking up the sun. I don't believe they have it anymore. It used to be pretty good, and now it really wasn't. It didn't generate mana really quickly, but it was really great if you had like just massive amounts of them, and they'd make tons of mana at once. But now they don't have that, so you have to use these guys. At least I don't think they do it. I couldn't find it. Functional flora, generating flora. I couldn't find it. I really wish it was still in there. But anyhoozle, we're gonna be starting off. We're gonna be focusing on something called an endoflame. So what this endoflame is this guy is going to be able to create mana for us by eating up combustible things. Luckily for us, we have a lot of combustible stuff, but generally speaking, there are a bunch of different generating flora that we can use. We got a bee that uses up bees. I think beacon. I don't even know how you say that. We won't be seeing you anymore. Oh no. I get the joke, because it eats bees. Anyhoozle, so we've got that. We also have the endoflame, which uses up coal and other combustible things. We've got something called an introphilippe whatever, and what this guy does, it actually uses TNT to create mana, which that seems kind of dangerous. We've got this guy, which eats stuff, that eats actual food, that's called the glorp. It uses up food to make mana. We have something called a hydrangea that uses up water. Now that sounds like a really cool thing, but it actually disappears after a certain amount of time, so we won't be using those. It turns into, I do believe, a dried up bush. We have a munch dew, which I think eats leaves. Yeah, it eats leaves, which sounds interesting. We have something called a nourish, and I think this guy eats slime. This guy eats flowers. I think Rose Arcania. I actually don't know what that does. Very interesting, very interesting. And the last one being a thermo lily. Now I would love to use these guys sooner or later. I just don't know if they are as good as they used to be. These thermo lilies, what they do is they suck up lava and create mana out of it. But I do believe, yeah, they introduced something called a cooldown, which means it does it only every 5 minutes. Okay, so I don't believe these guys actually disappear. Totally possible via dispensers automatically from the nether. This is what I would like to do sooner or later, because you can make massive amounts of mana via that way. They used to just do it automatically. There was no cooldown on it. You could make massive amounts of mana, just tons of it, really quickly. But unfortunately, they did nerf that just a little bit. So, anyhoozle, we're gonna be jumping into the endoflames today. This guy is gonna be useful because we have tons of coal. So to make the endoflames, we're gonna need 2 brown petals, 1 light gray petal, and then 1 red petal. I knew there was a light gray. Do we have light gray? We might have to go exploring to find some more petals. But those guys are the ones that I'm going to be focusing on at the beginning. No, I do not have any light gray. I knew there was light gray. But we're going to be focusing on the endoflames first so that we can use up the ton of the coal that we're getting from the quarries that we're running. So I haven't set up a quarry since our last one. We could go to the quarry world real quick and look and see what the damage looks like over there. I really need to make teleporters, by the way. That's one of the things I want to do next episode. But we have 77,000 coal we can use up. So that's the reason why I want to use endoflames. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around grabbing some flowers, and I'm going to make myself some endoflames. The way that they're made, by the way, is the same way that we made the pure daisies. I might make one on screen and then do the rest off screen, because I want to make a bunch of them. Alright, I have returned from a little adventure, and I have found myself quite a lot of flowers. I didn't pick up all the ones that I saw. I only picked up the ones that I knew I was going to end up needing. These guys aren't really as rare as I thought they were. You can find them in little clusters all about the forest and stuff like that, like the forest floors and things like that. So I ended up getting a bunch of reds, a bunch of browns. I got a bunch of light grays and stuff like that because I knew I was going to be needing those for the endoflames. So let's go ahead and look up the recipe for the endoflame. Like I said earlier, it was 2 brown, 1 light gray, and then 1 red. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Brown, light gray, red. Nope, I'm gonna need all the red. And then what was the other one? I don't remember. What was it? Endoflame. Boom, boom. Gray. Nope, those are the only ones. Okay, cool. So now, boom. Boom, and a bam. Got all these petals. Now I should be able to just do, do I have water in there? I do. Let's just go ahead and grab 2 more buckets. And then if I do this, I can then cue these. So boom, 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 bam. Got myself an endoflame. So now the way that this guy is going to be working, I'm going to place it on the ground. And now if I have any kind of combustible material, let's just go ahead and grab and see if it'll eat up living wood. I don't know for sure. You gonna do it? I don't think so. I don't think it can actually eat that. Let's go ahead and grab me just a regular piece of wood. Boom. Let's throw that in there and see if it'll eat that up. Gonna eat it? Eat it there, buddy. You're not gonna eat it? Oh, I know. Maybe I know why. Okay. So before this guy can probably accept the mana, it probably needs somewhere to put the mana. So now we're going to need to make ourselves 2 more items. Number 1 is going to be a mana pool. This is where we're going to be storing all of our mana. You can make multiples of these and make giant arrays of these just so you can have several different mana pools worth. But I'm just going to make one for right now. We're going to set this bad boy right over here. I don't know how much mana these guys could accumulate over time, but generally speaking, they hold quite a bit of it. So let's go ahead and remove this here because this is going to get in the way. It's going to bug me. Goodbye. Okay, so now what the thing I need to make is I need to make something that transfers the mana from this flower to this mana pool. And what that is going to end up being is something called a mana spreader. So the way you make mana spreaders, let's see if I can see it. Pulsing mana spreader? Mana spreader. The way you make mana spreaders, you need living wood. This is what the living wood is for. You're gonna need a piece of gold and then any magical petal. So let's go ahead and do a boom and a boom. We're gonna make ourselves the gold that needs to go there. And I'm going to go ahead and use the red one because why not? And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change any kind of appearance on it. So bam, mana spreader. So now I'm gonna set this mana spreader right above this flower. And this is where this little wand of the force is gonna come in handy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go set it up to binding mode. Right click on that, shoot it on in there. And now this guy should, oh no, it doesn't. It used to automatically, oh, I have an idea. Weird noise. It used to, I know if you set it second, it'll automatically just go to the nearest mana spreader. But I don't believe, yeah, it does. So it automatically connects itself to the nearest mana spreader whenever you place it. But if it doesn't, all you gotta do is right click on it and then right click on the mana spreader and then it will be linked as long as you're in the binding mode. So now if I give it a piece of wood, it should suck that up. There we go. It sucked it up and now it is transferring. So it has then turned that into fuel to make mana. And now we're collecting mana. Cool. So yeah, that's just the gist of it. And it's done. Are you done? You've done. And that one piece of wood has made that much mana. It didn't make very much, did it? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go see exactly how much a block of coal makes, because I have a feeling it's going to make just a little bit more. All right, enemy system, how much coal blocks can I make? Let's go, let's just make this much. Ah, that's perfect. Oh, the blocks of coal. That's a lot of coal. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, now unfortunately, with these endo flames, they can only suck up one item at a time. So if I drop an entire stack of coal on top of them, and if I let it go ahead and suck up a piece, if I pick it back up, it only picked up one of them. So the only bad thing about that is it's really hard to just, throw a bunch of items on top of it and then let it suck it up over time, because sometimes if you put too many items out, they'll despawn, which is what I don't want. So I'm gonna have to kind of work around with this to make sure it does. I don't lose too much of my my resources. So what it's doing now is it's turning all of that resources into mana. This guy is now filling up with more mana. I don't know exactly how much it produces. It doesn't really say. It just kind of shows like the burn time. So what I'm gonna now do is I'm going to be making a ton more of these endo flames because I need to make a ton of mana. I need to make a lot of it because what I'm going to be using it for next episode is I'm going to start making something called mana steel, which basically turns iron into mana. I'm going to be making some mana steel, and this stuff is going to be used to not only make armor, which is going to be very useful, but it's also going to be able to be used to make other items like the ring of the mantle, which we'll get into next episode, which is really, really awesome. So anyhoozle, that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you guys had fun today, because I had a ton of fun today. This is just a little beginner bits of Botania. There are a lot of other things that we're going to be getting into during the next few episodes, a lot of different items that we're going to be making that I'm really excited to get, because some of them are really overpowered. But anyways, don't forget to post any questions, comments, smart marks, comment section down there. I love hearing from you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Make me more mana, dang it. I'm going to try to fill up this entire mana pool. Not with this guy, of course. I'm going to be making tons of them.